Happy evening, students. I am with lesson The Sermon at Banaras. The Sermon at Banaras lesson throws light upon the early life of Lord Buddha. He was originally born as prince in the royal family. Gautam Buddha began life as a prince named Siddhartha in northern India. At 12, when he was 12-year old, he was sent away for schooling in Hindu sacred scriptures. Hindu sacred scriptures means holy religious writing book. And 4 years later, after 4 years, he returned home to marry a princess. Means at that time he was 16-year old when he got married with princess. After that they got a son and lived their life for 10 years as befitted royalty. As a royal life, they spent their life for 10 years. At about the age of 25, the prince, heretofore shielded from the suffering of the world, he came to know what is the suffering. It was the time when he was far out hunting. He saw a sick man, then he saw an aged man, then a funeral procession. Funeral procession, spirit शव यात्रा देखा, and finally a monk begging for alms. These sights so moved him. These sights so affected him that he at once decided to leave the home, and he became a beggar and went out into the world to seek enlightenment. Enlightenment, clarification, Gyanodaya, concerning the sorrow he had witnessed. He wandered. He went here and there for 7 years, and finally he sat down under a fig tree, banyan tree, bodhi tree, where he vowed to stay until enlightenment came. Enlightenment after 7 years, when he got enlightenment after 7 years under the tree, he renamed the tree the Bodhi tree. When he got the enlightenment under the banyan tree, he called it, he christened it, he named it Bodhi tree. Bodhi tree means tree of wisdom, and started to teach the common people, and he started to share his new understanding about the life. At that point he became known as the Buddha. Buddha means awakened or the enlightened person. The Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Banaras. Banaras is the most holy city of the dipping place on the river Ganga. That sermon has been preserved. That sermon has been saved under the custody and is given here. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one in inscrutable kind of suffering. इनस्क्रस्टिबल दुरूह कष्ट के बारे में बुद्ध के ज्ञान को यह इनलाइटमेंट दर्शाता है. ए स्टोरी गोस थ्रू दिस. किशा गौतमी was a common lady. She had only one son and he died. Due to that, she felt in grief and she carried the dead child to all her neighbors, asking them for medicine. She called for the medicine to cure her child. And the people said, she has lost her sense. लोगों ने उसे पागल कहना शुरू कर दिया. Because for worldly people, the boy is dead. The boy was dead. At length, कुछ दूरी पर किसा गौतमी met a man who replied to her request. I cannot give you medicine for the child, but I know a physician who can. मैं तुम्हें दवा तो नहीं दे सकता, लेकिन तुम्हें एक ऐसे फिजिशियन को बता सकता हूँ जो यह काम कर सकता है, जो तुमको यह दवा दे सकता है. एंड द गर्ल सेड, गर्ल मीन्स किसा गौतमी, सेड, प्लीज टेल मी सर, हु इज इट. लिसनिंग द एडवाइस ऑफ दैट पर्सन, किसा गौतमी told him, Kisa Gautami prayed him to tell the name of that person who could give the medicine for her child. And the man replied, go to Sakyamuni. Who was Sakyamuni? The Buddha. Kisa Gautami repaired to the Buddha and cried. Repaired. Repaired here means went to. Kisa Gautami went to the Buddha and cried, Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my boy. The Buddha understood what was the reason. So the Buddha answered, I want a handful of mustard seed. मुझे एक मुट्ठी सरसों चाहिए. And when the girl in her joy, listening this, Kisa Gautami filled with joy, as she hoped that she could get her son again. She promised to procure it. She promised to bring it. Procure means to bring it. The Buddha added, Buddha told, the mustard seed must be taken from a house where no one has lost a child, husband, parent, or friend. Is it possible in our world? No. But this was the way of Buddha to say his truth about the life to Kisa Gautami. Poor Kisa Gautami now went from house to house, hoping that she could get a handful of mustard seed. When she asked, the people pitied her. सभी लोगों ने उसके ऊपर दया की. And said, here is mustard seed. Means she could take the mustard seed in that amount she wanted. But when she asked, did a son or daughter, a father or a mother die in your family? They answered her, oh, please don't remember. Please don't let us to remember our grief. The living are few, but the deads are many. उन लोगों ने कहा कि जीवित तो कम बचे हैं, मरे हुए ज़्यादा लोग हैं. Do not remind us of our deepest grief. हमें हमारे पुराने दुख को मत सुनाओ. And there was no house but some beloved one had died in it. Means each and every house had lost someone. Kisa Gautami became weary here means tired and hopeless, and she sat down at the roadside, watching the lights of the city as they flickered up. Flickered up means lighting, extinguishing, and were extinguished again. At last, darkness of the night reigned everywhere. Reigned, dominance, ruled. इस प्रकार से अंत में हर जगह अंधेरे ने अपना साम्राज्य स्थापित कर लिया. And she considered the fate of man. She understood the destiny of men, that their lives flicker up and are extinguished again. And she thought to herself, how selfish I am in my grief. She understood that death is common to all. Yet in this valley of desolation means an area which is filled with deep sorrow. एक जगह ऐसी जहाँ पर केवल दुख ही दुख है. Means this world is a valley of desolation. There is a path that leads him to immortality, who has surrendered all selfishness. Immorality which never dies. The Buddha said, the life of mortals in this world is troubled and brief and combined with pain. According to Buddha, the life of mortals means one who is bound to die. नश्वर मनुष्य, जिसका जन्म होता है उसे मरना है, ऐसे लोगों को मोर्टल कहते हैं. द लाइफ ऑफ मोर्टल इन दिस वर्ल्ड इज ट्रबल्ड एंड फिल्ड विथ ग्रीफ, एंड इट इज शॉर्ट एंड कंबाइंड विथ पेन. फॉर देयर इज नॉट एनी मीन्स बाई विच दोज दैट हैव बीन बॉर्न कैन अवॉइड डाइंग. कोई ऐसा नहीं है जिसने जन्म लिया है और उसकी मौत ना हो. आफ्टर टीचिंग ओल्ड एज देयर इज डेथ. आफ्टर रीचिंग old age there is death. This is the life cycle of such a nature are living beings. As ripe fruits are early in danger of falling. पके फल के गिरने का खतरा जल्दी रहता है. So mortal when born are always in danger of death. एक बार जब जन्म हुआ तो उसकी मौत होनी है. As all earthen vessels made by the potter end in being broken. ठीक उसी प्रकार जैसे मिट्टी के सभी बर्तन जो कुम्हार के द्वारा बनाए जाते हैं वो टूटते हैं. So is the life of mortals. Both young and adult, both those who are fool and those who are wise, all fall into the power of death. All are subject to death. Of those who overcome by death, again in his preaching Buddha said, those who overcome by death, who understand the reality of death, depart from life. A father cannot save his son, nor kinsman their relation. Kinsman, relatives. Kinsman means relative. No relative can save their relatives or relations. So look, while relatives are looking on and lamenting deeply. Lamenting here means weeping, expression of sorrow. One by one mortal are carried off. चाहे कितना भी रो लिया जाए, चिल्ला लिया जाए, लेकिन एक के बाद मरने वालों को कोई रोक नहीं सकता है. Life an ox that is led to slaughter. जीवन एक बैल की तरह है जिसे एक न एक दिन किलिंग प्लेस पर जाना ही है. सो द वर्ड इज अफ्लिक्टेड विथ डेथ एंड डीके. अफ्लिक्टेड हियर मीन्स फिल्ड विथ डेथ एंड डीके. देयरफॉर द वाइज मैन डू नॉट ग्रीव. यही कारण है कि जो बुद्धिमान होते हैं वो दुख नहीं करते, बिकॉज दे आर वेल अवेयर अबाउट दैट this is the real rhythm of the life. They know the term of the word. Not from weeping nor from grieving will anyone obtain peace of mind. Means through weeping and grieving, means showing our grief, we cannot get peace of mind. On the contrary, on the opposite, his pain will be greater and his body will suffer. It means if we are remembering our griefs, it will give us more pain and we will make weak physically and mentally. He will make himself sick and pale. Yet the dead are not saved by his lamentation. He who seek peace, अर्थात वे जो शांति चाहते हैं, should draw out the arrow of lamentation. उन्हें इस लालच के तीर से बाहर आना होगा. And complaint and grief. One who wants the peace, they should draw out from sorrow of lamentation, from complaint and from grief. He who has drawn out the arrow and has become composed, those who overcome these and feel satisfaction will obtain peace of mind. Those only can get the peace of mind. He who has overcome all sorrow will become free from sorrow and be blessed. So this was the complete explanation of the lesson. Now shortly I am going to summarize this lesson once again. Life of Buddha before enlightenment. As you have come to know that Buddha was born in North India as a prince and named Siddhartha Gautam. At 12, means at the age of 12, he went for schooling in Hindu sacred scripture. When he was 16, he came back from school and married a beautiful prince. They were blessed. They here means Prince Siddhartha and his wife, blessed with a son and lived happily. When Gautam was about 25, he once went for hunting. It was a chance for him to go out. On the way, he saw a sick man, an old man, and a funeral procession. Before this incident, he did not perceived such scenes. He did not see sick man, old man, or any funeral procession. And he saw a begging monk also. He was filled with sorrow when he saw these scenes. He renounced everything. He left everything and went out into the world to seek enlightenment concerning the sorrow he had witnessed. When he saw these sorrows of the life, he went outside to know the real reason about the suffering of the world. Buddha wandered for 7 years. Then he sat under a fig tree with a vow. Vow here means with a promise, with a determination not to move from that place till he got enlightenment. After 7 days, he got the enlightenment and he renamed the tree as Bodhi tree or wisdom tree. He then started preaching. He gave his first sermon at Banaras. That sermon reflects Buddha's wisdom's suffering. Kisha Gautami's only son died. She did not believe it, carrying the dead son. She went to neighbors to get some medicine that would cure her son. People thought she had lost sense. Then a man sent her to Gautam Buddha. He suggested her that only Gautam Buddha could give life to her son. She repeated her request for the medicine to Buddha. Buddha asked her to bring a handful of mustard seed from a house where no beloved one had ever died. It was the term and condition. Kisa went happily to get a handful of mustard seed. Being a mother, she was not aware about the reality. She thought that she would get. Every house was ready to give her more than handful of mustard seed. But when she told them the condition, they refused, for there was no house where some near and dear one had not died. She became sad and depressed, and she sat on the wayside and watched the lights of the city. It were flickering. They flickered up, and after some time they were extinguished again. She understood the meaning of this. She understood that our life also flicker up and are then extinguished. She understood the message of Buddha. She had been selfish, thinking only about her own grief when all other had suffered like her. For death is common to all. Man is mortal. He can become immortal only if he surrenders his selfishness. Buddha said that life of man is short, full of troubles and pains. Man is like a ripe fruit, which is always in danger to fall. The fruit falls and man dies. Death is certain. One who is born must die one day. There is no escape from it. Man's life is like an earthen pot that breaks and meets its end. Similarly, the life of a man is. No lamentation can bring one's near and dear ones back. So the wise men do not grieve because they understand it is the law of the nature or world. To get peace of mind, one must overcome sorrow and draw out the arrow of lamentation. So this was the complete explanation of the lesson with summary. Thank you all.